Heading out US 1. Check out some more railroad spots. Up here we cross Octoraro Creek. Keep that in mind. That's part of the reason for this trip. And you'll soon find out why. Original US 1 bore to the right. The current one bears that direction. But I'll stay on the original. And head into Rising Sun. But this was US 1 until the early 1970s. Or late 60s, one of the two. Believe it or not. Now it's Route 273. But back then, US 1 shared this route with that number. Now entering Rising Sun. Although the sun rose many hours ago, and it's still up. Just obscured by clouds. Like a Pink Floyd album from the 60s. And here's the reason I said to remember Octoraro Creek. This is the former Octoraro secondary of the mighty Pennsylvania Railroad. No longer mighty. That's looking, I believe, southeast towards a town called Colora. Even the Beano had a branch running there. This line used to come out of Philly from behind, and for a while it was a cutoff route for Northeast Corridor, a relief route rather. And I believe the station would have been here too. There's some pictures that show a station in this area, or the station looking like it's in this area. And there's looking northeast, the opposite direction. Apparently some regrading was done, and some of the cut got filled in. Believe me, trains didn't go up a grade that steep. It was the early 70s they stopped using this. In the late 70s they pulled the track up. But I recall when some of these crossings still existed. Now to try to find some more. Now back east on 273. The line crossed up here from right to left on its way to PA, along those tall poles there, heading that direction. That way. And I'll try and find you some more of it. Oops, weird traffic here today in Rising Sun. And that person's sun has long set. Up here, the original US 1 board to the left used to bend around that curve automatically. But I have to go down here to make a turn left to get onto it. There we go, right up here. Got a big beehive there. If the beehive's that big, how big are the bees inside there? Anyway, here's our road. Original US 1. Yeah, but one time, the route to Philadelphia. Up here someplace, that railroad line used to cross this road, coming out of Nottingham, Pennsylvania. I believe it's right here. Yep, there we go. All grown over now. But the original right-of-way for that line ran that way. With some track on the road there. Now stop by the crossing to give you a closer look at the track and the line. Yep, and I watched this train last passed here. At the very least, the late 70s, if even that late. Looking the other way, in the direction of Rising Sun, southwest. Obviously it's been a while since the train saw this line. Totally grown over. Original route. And up here back to the current US 1. In case it didn't say, we're now officially in Pennsylvania. And up ahead is Nottingham. That's where the track resumes for the rest of the way into Philadelphia. And part of old US 1 can be seen on the right up here, unless the trees block it. They're right through there. And now coming into Nottingham. From this point north, the rail line still operates, which you'll soon find out. Original US 1 would have come out of there, where that grass is now, then gone this way to Oxford. Old Road could have been seen there too, but the Hearst potato chip plant cuts the road apart. Is Hearst still better than theirs? And up here again, that railroad line still operates to the Hearst plant. So I guess buy Hearst chips and keep the trains running. There you go. Support the line. Buy hers. They're better than theirs. So here's what's left of the line. Looking northeast towards Philadelphia. The track's in worn out shape though, obviously. Check out these ties. They could use some new ties around here. Oh, distant Amish, have a look. Oops, they're coming this way. Here come Dolly's ancestors. That's looking south towards the Hearst plant, around the bend at this point. Yep, those are her ancestors. Now south on the old US 1, which I caught a glimpse of a few minutes ago when I passed it. Showing you the old one. Oops. Do not enter. I guess better cut across this way. Thanks to the store being closed, I can cut across the parking lot. And this is the previous US 1, before they put the 4-lane bypass in. Looking north and south. They're facing almost west at this point. As I said before, the road kept going to the south, but the Hearst potato chip plant cut it in two. So I have to go another way to the main Route 1. And once again arriving in Rising Sun, Maryland on the original US 1. The line would have crossed beneath the bridge here that the road would have gone over, where these tall poles are. Going that way towards PA. Now stopped along Route 276, where the old crossing would have been for that railroad line. And here's the line, believe it or not. All grown over. Heading towards this meeting with the Columbian Port Deposit line. And the one-time crossing. But in the opposite direction, another smidge of track lifting here in the woods by the road. That way's Rising Sun, believe it or not. What a shame they couldn't make it into a bike trail. At least it'll be passable that way and possible to explore. Now I'm just growing over. Even a little bit of track here off old Route 276. Now entering Colora, however it's pronounced. That line passed through here too. And even the B&O went to the branch coming here, someplace. Just wish I knew where that would have been. And here is downtown Colora, with all its skyscrapers. And just beyond here, the line crossed again. That railroad line, right there on that grade, would have been a bridge here over the road, then down that direction, towards the port deposit line. And from the opposite direction, you can better see the grade. A little better anyway, right there in the middle. And the bridge would have been here. We're going that way to Rising Sun on Philadelphia. And more of the line here. Canning House Road crossing. Former crossing, I should say. And to the left on its way to the Columbian Port Deposit line. More of the grade over there. I guess the road loops around and crosses it a second time. And there's a second crossing of it. One more trestle. It's been a long time since that last ran, hasn't it? Maybe we're curving around to cross it a third time. Or maybe not, but it's up there somewhere. One more crossing right here on the side street, apparently. There is the line going that way all grown over. And this way all grown over. And stuff up there. More of the grade there. One more crossing here, maybe? Former crossing. I mean, we're not on the grade? You're kidding me. Or could it have run from here? Unless it paralleled the road or something like that. And went off that direction, which it looks like at this point. And that was it. Interesting curvy road here, though. The structure right there for the railroad. Leftover bridge. I've got a tight road at this point. Yep, folks actually live here, believe it or not. You can't make this stuff up. Going up this steep hill to try and find more of the grade that I just showed you. What's up around the bend? Oh, now we pass over the line over a bridge. Okay, the line's beneath this bridge. I tried. We're now back in that hamlet I showed you. And the road I just came out of a little while ago. Should be near Route 222. Got a trestle in the woods there for the line. And they just used to cross up here as well. There's the grade. Or there was the grade. I think it bent and went behind that house over there. It's behind there somewhere. Descending to the Susquehanna Valley. And now in the spot where the Octoraro secondary meets the Columbian Port Deposit line. Well, that railroad line dips beneath the Port Deposit line here. They connect about a couple of miles to the left, to the southeast. The C&PD line is rather high up here, rather high grade. So Dr. River line can't connect to it until it descends low enough for the connection. Just before port deposit, that occurs. All these one-time busy rail lines. Well, at least one still runs, the one up there. Thanks to Norfolk Southern. Be great to get one of them right now. Now finally arriving at Route 222. After our roundabout routing. Guess I'll go south for a bit. And once again, the line's namesake. There's a bit of a grade there in the woods too. That's part of that Octoraro line. The line can connect to the C&PD until the C&PD came down low enough for the connection. Because the C&PD is much higher than the Octoraro line. Suppose don't meet until you get to port deposit. But the C&PD doesn't reach the level of this line until just before port deposit. So the two can't connect until then. But in PA, that line still operates, as you saw. It transports potato chips from the Hearst plant. And from L1 to Philadelphia, it's used by SEPTA, and still electric at that point. But at one time, that was a relief route for the Northeast Corridor. Once upon a time. Now no more relief. And again up here, passing beneath the Columbian Port Deposit line. And once again entering Port Deposit. And downtown Port Deposit in the twilight. Alright, am I speeding or what? I should have on purpose sped up and seen how high I can make that sign go. Now in a place called Frenchtown. I'm about to pass beneath the CSX Philly sub in all its glory. And those poles there indicate that the C&PD line was once electric. They're the poles that once held the catenary. I recall when it was. I have a couple of photos of it, the catenary still in place. Someplace. But before they rebuilt the Susquehanna Bridge for the Northeast Corridor, the C&PD line ran right here along this road. Ran on this road, actually. The US 40 bridge there. Yeah, but at one time the C&PD ran right here. And some holiday lights here, still up. I guess they're still up. Christmas was just 2 days ago. Anyway, it's been a productive day. We saw parts of the Octoraro line we've never seen before. And since the day's been productive, I'll try to make it a productive evening in Perryville. Looks like we're about to get some action. That's Anacella, going so much lower than usual. Unless they slow down for the Susquehanna Bridge. Nearby Aberdeen station, where an Amtrak is stopped and about to depart. See you in Baltimore. Oops, we're driving there. Fast the seller that blew my hat off. And just that quick, a southbound Acela, or a silly, choose your pronunciation. My guess is something should be stopping here pretty soon going northbound. There are folks gathering on the platform.
The last call for Amtrak Northeast Regional Train number 166, en route to Boston South Station, with intermediate stops at Wilmington, Philadelphia, Trenton, Metro Park, Newark Airport, Newark, New Jersey, New York Penn Station, New Rochelle, Stamford, New Haven, Old Saybrook, New London, Kingston, Providence, Route 128, Boston Back Bay. Passengers should proceed to track 3.
Remember that. You'll be quizzed on that later. I guess that train's going to stop on the center track, which is track 3. There's one small wooden platform everyone will have to crowd onto. Can everybody fit there? We're about to find out. As I said, we're about to find out. LEDs and all. That one's going to stop, so I'm not going to lose my hat this time. I think one of those coaches has a leaky bathroom. I just smelled something I shouldn't have smelled. I stopped on this track. Track 2, not track 3. The announcer lied. Are we having fun? Everybody's departing Grandma's house. I'm going back home. But my grandmas are dead. That's the problem with me. If you hear a horn in the distance, that's CSX. It's a train on the Philly sub, but I can't get it from here. I won't get there fast enough. So in that case, I guess I'll depart Aberdeen. May as well hit the highway. I'm just in time. It's starting to rain. Up here to the right is B&O Road. Surprised they didn't rename it CSX Road by now. And the rain simmered down a bit. I hear it by CSX for a freight. It appears to be slowing down. Still, hurry up. There we go, the end. Yeah, the train's gone, and so are we. Before stopping back there, I looked up a side street back in Joppatown and saw that CSX train passing that street that I looked up. Thought I'd take a chance and stop back there at Jones Road, and I got lucky. Anyway, now back in White Marsh. There was a house across the street there where I used to live, long torn down. So I guess that makes me a former white Martian. I haven't said that joke in 10 years. Before the Royal Farms was built, there was a little diner there called the Little Chef Diner that my parents owned back in the 50s. But it got torn down about 25 years ago, and this put in its place. But there you go. But they have railroad history, and even some rail fanning to boot. Hope you all enjoyed. Back at you, hopefully.